Hello friends, it's Christy. Welcome to Bitly Ditly Has Plans. In today's video, we are setting up my budget for December. So let's get started. Alrighty friends, so this is December, the last month of the year and the last month in this half of my budget planner. If you have been following me along from the beginning of the year, this is an old Erin Condren monthly that I combined with my Budget by Paycheck workbook. The coil is not big enough to fit the whole year on it, so I broke the year up into two 6-month books. So this is the second book. It's the last month and we're going to dive right in. I am using Fern Creek Stickers kit. It's called Joy. It's kit 95 and I have here just sheet A. So this has the headers and the little date dots and the days of the week and the holidays. And then I have a savings tracker and I have a sinking funds header. So we will get started, and of course I have my budget category dashboard that I made, and I've got a couple other stickers here from Planner Kate, just some payday scripts and the basic labels here. So let's get started by putting this down. I am going to cover, let's see, I think I can cover everything just perfectly with this. So it is actually Thanksgiving Day today, and I had told my mom and my husband, I've got to get my December budget video filmed because I've got to get everything rolling for Black Friday and Christmas, and I got to get all of this filmed. I love this kit. Isn't that beautiful? Oops, I got a little crinkle there. Okay, so that's the header, and then I'm going to pull the days of the week. And I always do Sunday for the month. That doesn't bother me. I know a lot of people like to have their start on their monthly view be Monday because it's the same as what their weekly view would look like. But since this is my budget planner, I don't have any weekly views, and I don't know, I'm just kind of used to it. It doesn't faze me really. So we're gonna do that. Thursday. So we woke up, the turkey is in the oven, and we have some time here before I need to kind of do things like setting up the table and all of that. I did all of my linens the other day. So I'm in good shape for Thanksgiving. It's always fun because my mom spends the night and we do the turkey together. Okay, so now I do need to, because this is an old planner from 2020, I do need to white out some things that are not going to apply, and then I'm going to put down new dates. I'm gonna white out all of these holidays because they won't fall on the right days. In the planner world, friends, I'm sure you all know that Black Friday started actually this week. Like, there were a lot of sales, so it wasn't like there's needs to be a mad crush of Black Friday shopping. And just curious, how prepared are you feeling? Let me know. Okay, so let me get these little date dots. These are so cute. I'm gonna go ahead, look, I love this sort of goldish khaki color with the black. This is gorgeous. All right, I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put all of these date dots down and we'll come back. I have all of the date dots down now, and I just realized there's another little date here that I need to white out. And then let's take a look at, I want to put paydays down next. And so I get paid, actually, it's in November. So I'm going to put it, actually, so I'm going to put it here, even though it's truly this day. And then we also get paid on the 15th. So that's that. And then let's go ahead and put some of these little holidays in here. They've got Christmas Eve. I'm gonna put that down there. Christmas Day. Christmas is on a Saturday, that's nice. Okay, and then New Year's Eve. I'm not sure when winter begins, so I'll have to look that up. I'm gonna put New Year's Eve here. Okay, cool, that's good enough. Alrighty, so I picked these two colors for my highlighter method. 992 is this khaki kind of colored, and then 192 is this green. And so I think I want to do the green first, and I've got my little notes here in terms of what I need to pay out or budget for with each paycheck. So always we have allowance, tuition, my auto loan, and then we have Netflix, which I'm gonna look here. Netflix is on the 13th. So I'm gonna put that there. And then I have Sophie's junior retreat payment. They take that out on the 5th. I'm gonna put that here. That's the last payment. They divided it in two. And then my Optavia order, I'm gonna put here. And then I am also just going to put like Christmas down, because even though I have my Christmas fund, I probably will do some spending. And then, oh, and I am gonna get an oil change, which I do have that in a sinking fund, but I just wanna mark it. And then I do have to pay for, we're gonna go see a comedy show, and so I need to cover those tickets. So I think that's it for, oh, and then we are going to Old Greenwood as well. So I'm gonna put that there. We're doing like a little group trip for Emma for her 18th birthday. She turned 18 yesterday, but she just wanted to have because her birthday's the day before Thanksgiving, we just did like a little family dinner. So allowance, tuition, and my auto loan comes out of the second paycheck. Disney is on the 15th as well. I'm gonna just put it over here. And then iTunes is on the 29th. And then we have Christmas. I won't highlight it because I don't want to mess up these little stickers here. And then my niece Mia, she also has a birthday on the 29th. Okay, so those are kind of the main things that I want to make sure that I account for. And then I'm just going to go ahead and write everything in, and we'll come back. Okay, so I've got everything written in, and then I pulled these little scripts from Phoenix Plants. And I'm gonna put Netflix down here, and I'm gonna put Disney over here. So that is the monthly plan in terms of which items are gonna come out of each paycheck. Let's move on and set up, this is where I like to set up my savings tracker. And so savings meaning my larger savings accounts, which I don't touch, right? So like my 401k, all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and put this down here. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this one here. I love Fern Creek Stickers budget stickers. These are so great. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the bottom one down, and then I'll draw my lines in between. So my savings, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I always like to kind of have a couple extra lines. I check my 401k and my Roth IRA. I only check it at the end of every month. Like it would drive you nuts, right? To look at it every day. And if, when I was younger, I didn't even really look at it at all, like, again, because I just don't want to give myself that stress. So depending on where you are and what season of life you're in, you know, you can determine sort of what makes sense in terms of how often you check your balance. I've been watching it dip, and then the next month it'll kind of come back, and then it dips again. So I try not to get too stressed out about it. But I'm, in that phase where I'm, less than 10 years left of working. So I will probably stop working. We kind of estimate anywhere from the next 6 to 8 years at the most. It just kind of depends. It just kind of depends on what the girls are doing, what Scott and I want to do. He has a plan. We want to kind of, once the girls move out, and get established on their own, we will probably downsize to a different house, that kind of thing. Okay, so here I like to do my emergency fund. And then, like I said, I keep track of my 401k, my Roth IRA, and then M has a 529, and then so does Sophie. Which Emma just finished getting the majority of her college applications turned in. So kind of scary and exciting all at once. Alrighty, so I like to use these little leftover date dots, and I just kind of put them here. This is kind of where I list out some like financial goals if I have any for the month. A lot of times I'll just mark here where I want to put unspent cash. And so I know I'm taking Otis to the vet. Oh, you know what? Actually, I should put that in. I just scheduled that appointment and he is going on this day. So let's add that in, friends. I just called yesterday. It's hard to get appointments with his vet. So his vet, it's a group practice, but he has one in particular that I really like, and she loves on him, and I appreciate that. And so I always try to go see her specifically, and she doesn't always, she's very, very popular. So she is kind of hard to get appointments in. Okay, so then down here, I just kind of keep track of expenses out of my FSA account. I'm really glad I started doing this. It helps so much with just covering the out-of-pocket expenses for any sort of medical things that come up. Like Emma started seeing a chiropractor, and that's been great there. So at the end of November, I'll put my starting balance here, and then I just kind of track when we have expenses coming out of that, just so I kind of know where my balance is. Okay, so goals here, I had mentioned applying unspent cash to Otis because he's got a vet appointment. He has his own little envelope. And then I also want to apply unspent cash to my auto maintenance because I'm getting that oil change, so I want to build that back up. Okay, so that's that. And this December 20, I don't even look at that, friends. I don't really kind of want to spend the time on covering that up, or even these things here. Like, it doesn't bother me. This is like a, you know, it's my working budget book, so that's really what I'm focused on. So I just kind of let it go. Alrighty, so then here I have my little notes here. I am going to put down the sinking funds. So let's get this built out first. Get this here. Okay. My Odie boy came up here and he's hanging out with me while I'm filming. Oh, buddy. Oh my gosh, my friend Ree, when her dog Sadie gets into her videos, I love it. I love her dog. She's like a big Newfie. I love Newfies. They're so cute. Okay, so that's that. And then I have cash sinking funds, and then I have sinking funds that are in my my bank account. So I am going to kind of put a washi midway down here. Let's see. Let's see, make sure I have enough lines. Yep. Okay, and then let's do the bottom strip. I think I counted enough. Put that down here. My brother came over early this morning on his way to football practice. Yes, the football team does have practice on Thanksgiving, which we were feeling so bad. We were like, what about the boys that want to go home? Like, we felt so bad. But they are in the finals, so that's very exciting for them. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this through. Okay, so that's sort of my grid, and then I had another one of these little Planner Kate stickers here that I was going to put down here for the cash funds. And then let's go ahead and write all of these in. So my auto maintenance, auto registration, which I think Emma's like in March with her car. I think I'm in April. School registration, school books. And then I always am saving for Christmas, like all throughout the year. It just helps to spread it out. I started a little planner conference fund for hopefully trying to go to a planner conference sometime. And then I have my Amazon, which Amazon has gone up so much, friends, that I think I'm just going to do little bits throughout the whole year. Normally I would like start my Amazon fund like midway through the year, but I think I'm just going to do it throughout. College tours we're going to have to do. And then I'm adding a Canva because I just decided to do my own personal, like professional level one. So that's something I'm going to save for throughout the year. And then, oops, I misspelled sports. I always put a little money away for the girls' sports for tournaments and traveling. And then I want to restart a vacation fund. Again, just, we don't have any plans yet, but I just want to make sure I'm putting something away for that. And then Christmas, I always have a little cash for Christmas too, Otis and personal. Okay, so those are all of my sinking funds. And then once I finish out November, I will put the ending balance of November here in the start and then track it through the month. And then over here, getting started with the paycheck bill tracker. So this will be, I'll just call this my 12-1, 2021. And then my only income is my payroll. And so then looking at the bills, this is where you flip back and you look at, okay, what are you paying when? So allowance, tuition, and auto loan. So allowance, and then tuition. And then I keep my auto loan separate from gas money, just because I like to kind of see how much we're spending in gas, particularly since gas is now, I think, $4.50 a gallon. So it's super expensive. And then we have Otis going to the vet on the 2nd. So this is all, I do this on the 1st, the 1st, the 1st. This is kind of throughout the month. I mean, throughout the pay period. And then I have my Optavia order for my maintenance coming in, and that I think is actually on the 1st that that's shipping out, so they'll charge that. And then the oil change, that is on the 2nd. And then I do want to have a little bit of Christmas money added to what I already have in my sinking fund. And then comedy tickets, my brother already bought them, and I keep asking him how much did they cost, and he won't tell me. And I'm like, you're not going to pay for our tickets, dude. Like, my brothers are so sweet that way. And then, so I'm going to make sure I Venmo him some money, and then some money to go up to Old Greenwood. Usually that's just like a little bit of extra food money to go out to eat. And then what do we have? Junior retreat, that was coming out on the 5th. And that's the final payment there for that. So this is going to be the 3rd, and then that will just be not necessarily a specific date. And then Netflix is on the 13th. Okay, so that I think is all of my bills that I want to leave money in my checking account for. And then the cash envelope. So what I take out for cash is basically food, fun, and miscellaneous. So fun, like tickets to, now that we're back into sports at school, they charge for tickets to entry for the basketball games. Sometimes they do for soccer, but not always. So I like to have a little bit of money for that. It's usually like $7 per adult kind of thing. And then Otis, as you know, has his own little envelope. And then I have a personal envelope, which covers things like dry cleaning, getting your nails done. Like I let Emma get her nails done for her birthday, so I took it out of that. If we do have any out-of-pocket expenses and like I don't cover it with the FSA card, things like that for any kind of medical things. Okay, so that's that section. And then for my sinking funds, I'm going to put auto, so one for maintenance. This is something that I have to take out of every paycheck for auto and for school, just because I like to do smaller chunks. And when I say books here, I've told you before, this is pretty much any other school expense, like, like the retreats and things like that. And then I do save for Christmas throughout the year. So we'll just keep on going with that. And then I want to put money in a planner conference out of this paycheck. I want to do Amazon. And then the college tours. Yeah, so that was a pretty big chunk of change. I'm glad I was saving money for that throughout the year for her college applications, because they were $70 a piece. And I think she's applied to one of the UCs, like 4 of the CSUs, and then the private schools we haven't done yet. And then let's see if I can get I might not start the Canva with this paycheck, but maybe the next paycheck. And then sports, I already bought sports gear, so maybe that can wait till next paycheck, but I do want to make sure that I put some money in vacation. So that's kind of how I do it, friends, is I look at with the sinking funds, ideally I would like to put a little bit away from every paycheck, but sometimes there are other priorities. Like for instance, with this paycheck, I would love to put money into the Canva and the sports, but I have my oil change for my Audi. I have Otis's vet appointment, so I think I'd rather have cash available for those things that I know I have to do, and the savings can come out of the next paycheck. So that's just kind of how I do it. I look at, what makes sense for me out of each pay period. In my pay periods, I get paid twice a month, so it's, a two-week period that I have to cover. So that's it for that page. And then over here, this is where I will put in for my cash envelopes, the amount, and then how much I need of each bill type. So how many 1s, 5s, 10s, etc. So that's where I'll do that. So this gets me started though with getting my worksheet started so I can start playing with my numbers and figuring out what's what. And then I've got places for my savings to be tracked and laid out. And then here is the monthly view again. Alrighty friends, so that's my setup for December. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you can catch future content on my channel. Happy Thanksgiving. I know you're going to see this video after Thanksgiving has passed, but it is Thanksgiving today, and I hope you have a wonderful day and that you're spending time with your loved ones. Alrighty friends, take care. Bye-bye.